Hi, welcome to the Medical Intuitive channel. My name is Peggy Oberthier, and I am a medical intuitive based in Melbourne, Australia. My beautiful guest today is Myriam Wiedemann. Myriam is a globally recognized galactic astrologer and galactic family constellations guide. Through her unique co-creative approach, Myriam facilitates the rediscovery of your galactic soul journey, the path that brought you to Earth at this pivotal time to fulfill your mission as a starseed. In a galactic astrology session, she helps you resolve lifelong feelings of homesickness by revealing your origin among the fixed stars and the purpose you are here to embody, whether as a visionary change maker, a soul tribe leader, a futuristic HR mastermind, or simply as the abundant, powerful human you are meant to be. As an activator of galactic gifts, and as I'm reading that, I'm getting goosebumps, which is really exciting. Myriam reconnects you with your soul family and empowers you for your unique mission on Earth. With her as your galactic guide, you'll journey through the galactic astrology chart to the core of your true self, gaining clarity on your soul business, life mission, relationships, and well-being. When she's not working with creatives, healers, and entrepreneurs worldwide, Myriam is on geomantic expeditions, which I'll have to ask you about, tending to her magical garden, or writing a book on star seeds and their missions for New Earth, weaving cosmic wisdom into a new paradigm. Welcome to the show, Myriam.
Thank you, Peggy. Thank you for inviting me.
I'm so excited
Really
because
excited.
when I had my 3 hour medical intuitive session with Patrice last year, I was all very new to this whole idea of having any kind of galactic connection. And when he said to me in the session, would you like to reconnect with your star family? And that was the thing that made me cry the most. Not Jesus being in the back seat of my car, or that's why I had my session in the car, or any of those things. It was this remembering of who I used to be connected to. And so I've been down this rabbit hole for a whole year. So I'm so excited, and I'm sure our listeners are as well, because we really talk a lot about galactic past lives, galactic, we're
Mm.
using galactic technology in our medical, intuitive sessions. So I guess let's start off with, what is galactic astrology?
I would like to go back to your chart
Oh,
for a moment
okay. Oh,
because
you're
I
gonna
looked
tell,
at
oh,
it.
my chart. Oh, I'm so excited. So I'm very lucky because
So
Marian
your
is on my
star
chart.
family, so your star family, if I may disclose it, if that is,
Oh,
I
yes.
haven't tuned into it, but I will follow Patrice's lead. You are connected to Booth's star system, and the two main stars are Arcturus and Isar in Booth's system,
Wow.
together with Spica in Virgo, by the way, and it is connected to your natal Jupiter in seventh house. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Jupiter is our most fortunate planet also in the chart, and
Oh,
it
wow.
is also called, the divine luck. He's the bringer of divine luck, of angelic luck.
Really? Oh, really?
And it is, and
Wow.
it is in seventh house. Seventh house talks about our mm, contractual relationships. So there seems to be a soul contract that brought you here on Earth at this point. And we will talk about this later because we all have come here for a reason. But
Wow.
you are here as an Arcturian starseed, and Arcturus is about pattern recognition, about sacred geometry, sacred mathematics, and a more, let's say, a more intellectual approach towards healing also.
Hmm.
Let me know if that resonates, if
Oh,
that is.
do you know, I've always thought that I was, good at pattern recognition. It's one of the things that I really loved. And I had an Akashic Records reading last year with a lady who just said pattern recognition was one of my soul gifts. So
Mm.
that was very, not last year, the year before. Yeah. So that kind of, but of course, it's so vague when you don't really know what you want to do with it. But it all makes sense now because I can see patterns. And in fact, when I'm looking at the groups, Patrice used to call me Sherlock because I would go, okay, I can see this person's connected to that person's connected to this person killed that person all past lives. So yeah, that's what my brain
And
wants to do.
we haven't talked about this before the interview. So wow, this is I love that, because there's so much confirmation with the fixed stars in our chart. It is just mind-blowing to me every time.
Wow, it's unbelievable. So, tell us a little bit how you got into galactic astrology and perhaps define galactic astrology for the audience.
Okay, I got into galactic astrology by chance or not. It's connected for me, it connected two of my favorite topics, which is extraterrestrial life, which I have been obsessed with it and with the stars from early on, and spirituality. And
Wow.
this kind of when these two topics came together, I knew, okay, this is my path. And I connected with family constellation. Maybe we will talk about this later.
Yes,
Ancestral
yes.
healing. And so galactic astrology actually is a very ancient technique or science, if you wish. Our ancient colleagues from Persia, Egypt, Greece, they always included the fixed stars in their charts, in their chart interpretation. And if you look back like 18,000 years, we find paintings on cave murals
Wow.
that depict the Pleiades, for example, in Taurus
Wow.
constellation. It is all over the world. We have been looking to the stars since I think humankind has been seeded
Wow.
and planted on Earth because we come from the stars. We all
Hmm.
do. And revealing this in our chart, our soul journey, our soul history, that is so vast. And we all have, most of us have packed charts full with star connections where we traveled, where we spent many, many incarnations on. And in
Hmm.
some star system, we heard the call from Mother Earth who asked us, do you want to come here and help me ascend, help me through this shift with your
Wow.
specific gifts you bring from that star system, together with everything you have integrated, obviously. But she asked us very specifically in a very specific star system, on a very specific star or planet, come as an Arcturian starseed with your
Mm.
mathematic knowledge and wisdom, with your pattern recognition, because we need it here now.
Wow. That's
Mm.
absolutely incredible. I'm still in a bit of in shock about this whole pattern recognition. And I wonder, how you translate some of these terms for people to make it practical about, how do you translate the chart to, so you talked about family constellations. So tell me the link between the galactic astrology and the family constellations.
Mm. So I've been a family constellation facilitator for over 12 years. And family constellation itself is a method of healing the ancestral lineage in
Mm.
this incarnation. It is a transgenerational method, which was developed in the 70s, 80s. And it is a group process, actually, but it works very beautifully also in one-on-one sessions. And during COVID, we have experienced that it also works online because it is the field of consciousness we tap into.
Wow.
So when I discovered galactic astrology, I immediately thought, okay, so we do not have only incarnations on this planet. We have incarnations on many, many star systems. So we have galactic family. So
Wow.
therefore, we also have a galactic family ancestral field. And
Mm.
we do not only bring our gifts, we also bring our traumas, we bring
Mm.
our challenges, we bring everything that we have experienced. And There are so many stories, not only beautiful stories that unfold in our soul history, but also stories of war,
Mm,
of exile,
mm,
of terrible dark stuff, and we bring this into this incarnation. So, therefore, we can also heal this. And while
mm.
we heal it here for us, we also heal it. I mean, it is mind-blowing if you think about it. We do not only heal our own stuff, we heal galactically. We heal on a
Wow.
quantum level, and that is so beautiful because we can manifest and we can co-create healing here on Earth. It is beautiful.
That's amazing. And I do get, so in my clear cognizance and in my sessions with clients, I do get messages like, oh, this is from the Orion Wars, or they were killed on this planet. And I just get messages, and it's just especially with the Lyran, like the whole horrible collective trauma, which I'm sure you're going to be covering in your book when you write all about it. I'm so excited. We'll get to that in a minute. So, I'm so curious. So, what are some of I mean, for example, my chart, so being Sagittarius, that I am, how does this layer then add to the knowledge already in the base of astrology? How do they work together? That's why I suppose the people who are aware already of astrology, how does it, how does it sort of like, how does the Arcturian, I guess the position is the position of the planet with respect to my astrological signs, and I'm still I can understand the stars, the planet stuff. So just weave it a bit more together for the audience around how it weaves into the astrology.
So I would like to preface that I use tropical
Oh,
astrology, which
okay.
is Western astrology.
Yeah.
And Western astrology, this is because I am rooted in Western tradition. If I
Mm,
were, let's say, an Indian woman, I probably would use Vedic astrology because it is
mm,
more connected to my ancestors and also to my cultural field. And I appreciate both systems very much. They hold a lot of accuracy. Um, I also have a bit of shamanic training. So
mm,
for me, tropical astrology is more, as it is more rooted in the world axis of the equinoxes and solstices. Sorry, pardon me. It has a more, it has a connection to my Celtic heritage,
ah,
and therefore also to a shamanic wisdom that is rooted in the four seasons and
mm,
how how humanity navigates through the year,
yeah, yeah.
this cyclical movement. Um, and with the fixed stars that are connected to the zodiac signs, how we perceive them in the night sky, there is a connection between tropical and Vedic astrology, actually. So we bridge both systems and we
Mm,
bring the awareness of the fixed stars, how they are distributed in the sky, how they rise over the horizon, over the cycle of the year. For example, the
mm.
Egyptians, they used Orion and Sirius a star very much. And
Ah,
it's when Sirius rose over the horizon, they knew the Nile would swell and bring
wow.
water, and therefore the next year of survival was secure. And
Mm,
Orion, for example, the belt of Orion with the three stars is connected to the pyramids. So we have a deep
wow.
knowledge of the fixed stars, how they are distributed in the sky, and how they affect our life on Earth.
Mm.
So, and that's why it's so logical to me to include the fixed stars. And
Yeah.
more and more, we also include the black holes and the
Wow.
supragalactic points as well, because they hold a lot of influence on our lives as well.
Right. So I guess it's just going a little bit further out and connecting, yeah, connecting the dots a bit further out into the galaxy. So one of the questions that I wanted to ask you is that how do we navigate the evolutionary currents of the universe reflected both within us and in the stars? So how do we do that?
So when we look at our chart, we can track patterns and our soul's evolutionary journey through our galaxy. I would like to say that we are currently looking at 64 fixed stars in our chart, and our
Wow.
galaxy alone holds billions of stars. Imagine it's vast, and we are in the beginning. We are in the beginning of looking outside our little beautiful blue planet. Uh, oh
It's
my
so
goodness.
it's so tiny when you think of it when you think of it like that.
It is tiny, but we hold a lot of influence in the galaxy too, because we are moving through an evolutionary shift with Earth, anyways, and this has an impact on the galaxy, as I said before,
Ah,
because we are part of this quantum energy we are embedded in. So, also, we talk about our soul's journey in a linear fashion because our brain is used to that. You will probably have no problems with the quantum consciousness of
yeah,
our soul's journey as the
yeah.
Arcturian starseed that you are. So if we look at the transgeneral planets like Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus, who, by the way, play a major role in our astrology in the next couple of
Mm.
years, um, we discover the earliest or the most ancient soul history in our galaxy, where our soul entered the galaxy because our souls need a very specific portal to incarnate in our galaxy, depending on its soul imprint or blueprint. And with Pluto, we have the earliest memories of our soul
Ah,
journey. With Neptune, then we dive into the more emotional parts of our journey. And then with the fixed stars that are aligned with Uranus in our birth chart, we develop what I call our soul's hero's journey, where
wow.
we have been accustomed then to the energies and to the rhythms of the galaxy, of the Milky Way galaxy. And then we decide, okay, where do I want to go? What do I want to experience as a soul?
Wow. Right. So how did all this information come about then? Like, who are the originators of this particular, understanding of the soul being a galactic with galactic origins? Where, I mean, we know that I know you got quite a interest in Egypt and, but where, in the 21st century or in the last, yeah, where has this come about and how accepted is it, I guess, in academic, circles? Yeah.
Well, astronomers would do a perfect eye roll with everything I share with you.
Yeah.
They astronomy and astrology until I think in the middle of the 19th century was one science.
Mm,
And even doctors and medical scientists used astrology, and they still do to
mm,
with their work. I don't remember. There is a quote of a doctor who said, "Those who do not use astrology in their medical profession, they are not real. They are not real medical
wow.
people
Yeah.
because you can you with your chart you can see everything." Um, anyways, so science and astrology, or astronomy and astrology, or deep space, physics, and so on. We have a long way of reconciliation, but it's necessary because it is one consciousness, really.
Yeah.
And the information that we have from the fixed stars and the history, our galactic history. You mentioned Lyra and Orion as the two major trauma points in our collective consciousness.
Mm.
Um, the information is channeled. We
Yeah.
we do not know, but I think humans channel the information as I told you
Yeah.
before, 18,000 years ago. But all
Wow. Wow. 18,000 years ago. Incredible.
but also I think we were in contact with our star families. They visited us. They
Mm.
brought us science. They brought us the Mayan calendar, for example. They brought us
Mm.
astronomy and astrology. And we
Mm.
have brought it here in our DNA and our consciousness too. We just
Wow.
have to tap in
Yeah.
and remember.
Yeah. And so that brings me to this, the question around star seeds, because I've got a lot of clients when I work in this space and know people that when, these people they've come and they don't feel like they belong and they just want to go home. Right? So what is the percentage of people that you believe are star seeds that have come to help the planet at this time? And are they growing in numbers? And
We are all star seeds.
yeah, okay, okay, we're all star seeds. And are there people that have arrived on this planet that haven't incarnated on Earth before? And I guess that's the sort of understanding of, when they say I'm a star seed, are some of these people they just have no, you know, no, not very many past lives on Earth?
Mm. Yeah, there are souls who haven't incarnated on Earth before. Um, my definition of star seeds is that what I mentioned before, we travel through the galaxy, we make our experiences, we expand our consciousness, we do our evolutionary soul journey. And in some specific star system, like you in Boots, we receive the call from Mother Earth. Do you want to come and
Ah, yeah,
and with the gifts and the traits from this specific star family, we incarnate here and we help her in the shift, in this
wow,
great shift. And
wow,
you know, as it is a lottery ticket we won. It is
wow.
so precious to incarnate on Earth,
Mm,
especially in this time, because in this 3D reality or in this 3D realm of here on Earth, we can manifest and we can create. And the question is, are we ready to unlock our gifts and step into our
wow.
service to our Earth and therefore to the universe?
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. So, what are some of the other major planets that people have incarnated from and chosen to help with the ascension process?
Mm.
And what are their different roles? Because I know you're writing a book about this, so tell us you're writing a book a little bit about star seeds and and where they and their different roles on the planet. What are the different patterns and in terms of yeah, who does what?
Yeah, that's a good question. So at the moment, as I said, we are looking at 64 fixed
Wow.
stars,
Yeah.
a bit more maybe. We can basically track all the stars in our galaxy that we know
Wow.
of in our birth chart.
Yeah.
It's just a question of time and effort. Because I would have to do it manually
Oh,
and
yeah.
calculate
Wow.
the position. Now I have I'm lucky enough. We are lucky enough to have a galactic astro chart calculator. Maybe you
Mm.
want to link it
Oh,
below.
yes. Yes.
People can track their alignments, their major alignments. That does not mean that the star that they will find out what kind of star seed they are based on the calculator. We would have to tune into their
Yeah.
Akashic field and receive the information like Patrice did with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some, well, I can talk about some major star
Yeah.
seeds maybe.
Well, it's funny
Um,
because when I'm working with a client, sometimes I get a light language transmission, and I
hmm,
know it's from. I say, oh, that's a message from the Arcturians, or that's a message from the Pleiades, or that's message. And so it just comes in, and I don't even know where it's coming from. It just comes in channeled.
I
But
know.
I know that there's quite a love frequency from the Pleiades. So perhaps you can talk a little bit about, yeah, what you know about the major ones. Yeah.
I love to because also Pleiades play a very important role in your chart, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're a full moon baby or nearly a full moon baby. Did you know that? So you were
No, I
born,
didn't know that. Yeah.
you were born on a full moon, sorry, full moon
Yeah,
baby.
wow.
And with full moon humans, they hold a lot of energy, a lot of creational energy. You are gifted with a lot of additional energy in your life for
Oh,
sure.
okay. Okay.
Full moon that is in, like everything that we attribute to the full moon. And your natal moon is connected to the Pleiades. So you have
Wow.
in Gemini, also your moon is in the last degree, in the anaretic degree of Taurus. Um, so you have a lot of the Pleiadian energy. And
Ah.
let me know if that resonates.
Oh, well, I think that, well, I don't really understand exactly what that means. So perhaps you can tell me what Palladian energy is. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just give you some
Okay.
points. They are the soul healers, the
Ah.
Pleiadian staff, star seeds. They hold very advanced emotional intelligence, which is beautiful with your moon
Oh, okay.
alignment. They are very playful and passionate. See, I see the higher potential in everyone.
Mm,
You know, they are the ones who really see the good in everything and all. And
hmm.
they are also masters of nurturing and communication. And they
Oh.
have this sizzling energy. If you meet this Pleiadian Starseed, they are so excited and they are so excited about everything, and they're so curious, and they want to explore the world and live life at its fullest. They are beautiful star seeds.
Oh, you're lovely. Well, I can recognize myself in a lot of that. I definitely have a lot of energy and
Yeah,
enthusiasm. Yeah.
for sure. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And also they are very pale. But the Pleiadians themselves have fair skin and
Oh,
fair hair. So
oh, there you go.
it is your phenotype in a way.
Oh,
And they are very invested also in the ascension, if you want to call
ah,
it that, Earth,
yeah.
or in the evolution of humanity. And I think they are most excited about reconnecting with us. So I look forward to the Pleiadians showing up and revealing themselves to us, because it will be a huge party with them for
Oh,
sure.
wow. That's going to be amazing. And that's given me goosebumps as well. And so then I know that we've got people in that group, the healing group that we've got Marisol and Amy, and they're from Andromeda. And so tell me a little bit about those.
The Andromedans, they are the healers.
Ah,
It makes
yes.
a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And they are all about freedom, inner and outer freedom.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are innovators, they are very multidimensional beings. They are highly creative also, and they love adventures. So they travel around a lot. And what I really love about them is they are the experts in healing masculine and or balancing the masculine and feminine energies in us. So the
Wow.
healing they do is about equilibrium and bringing masculine and feminine, the divine masculine and feminine in balance within us.
Wow.
Um, And the Andromedans are also very interesting. So we have the Andromeda constellation in our night sky. And within the Andromeda constellation, or through the Andromeda constellation, we can see the Andromeda galaxy, which
Wow.
is our neighboring galaxy. And in a couple of billion years, uh, just a blink with the cosmic eye, the Andromedan galaxy will unite or collide. It depends on how you want to see it, with the Milky Way galaxy.
Wow.
So the Andromedans in the Andromeda galaxy are really invested also in our spiritual development, in our evolutionary journey. Because the unification can only happen if we match their vibrational frequency.
Wow.
So,
That's incredible. And what are some of the other ones? I mean, those are the, I suppose there's Orion, Sirius, and keep going.
okay, I can talk about the Orions also, because also Orion is important in your chart. It's on
Oh,
your
okay. Oh, okay.
um, so there is a lot of ancestral energy with Orion in your chart,
Hmm.
and they will help you also with your vocation, with
Ah,
your with what you want to achieve in this life, because the IC is the root, and from there we move up into the medium surely to the MC, which talks about our aspiration and also what we want to achieve in the world. So the
mm.
Orions, they are analytical and logical as
Oh,
well.
yeah. Yeah.
So a bit like the Arcturians, but they are more about integrating polarities,
Mm,
because in Orion we had the terrible wars of
mm,
dark and
mm,
light in its
mm.
extreme form. And a lot of people say that the Orion Wars are depicted in the Star Wars movies, for example.
Wow. Yes, of
So the
course.
story of that is kind of
Ah,
the Orion War story. And they are very compassionate activists, and they
wow.
have a great sense of humor too, the Orions. So it is lovely to connect with them. So if you have light language transmissions from the Orions, you will have a lot of fun with them.
Oh.
Uh, but on the other hand, they are also very good at solving complex challenges and
Mm,
understanding universal truths. So they are they have an expanded consciousness, and
mm.
they are the ones who understand cosmic jokes best, I think.
Oh, well, that's just so fascinating. That's unbelievable. And I know, I guess people are so curious, who they connect with. And so this is what your gift is, Miriam. You can help people with this very thing. Because I just want to let you know, the audience know, I didn't know anything about this. This is just a live reveal on this particular. Um, so just shifting a little bit, was there anything else you wanted to mention about particular star seeds actually before I move on?
Well, as I'm writing a book about it, but I have a little ebook, a free
Oh,
with I think 10 of the most popular star seeds. And about how you can develop a connection to your star family, and also explore a bit how what kind of traits you have, what kind of mission you have here on Earth. So if your audience
oh,
wants to download this book, they can. Maybe you share the link
I
and
will definitely share the link. I will be downloading it as soon as we finish this call. Yeah.
maybe, mhm, until the
Amazing.
book comes out.
This is incredible.
Right.
So what how do we so I suppose what are some of the big, what's in for the stars for 2025 and beyond? What do you see are some of the major themes happening? I mean, if you haven't already followed Myriam on her amazing YouTube channel and getting two fortnightly updates with her insights, perhaps you can give us a summary of what's happening in 2025.
2025 is a major year. I mean, we say that you tend to say that about every year. But I call 2025 the year of renewal and healing, and I
Wow.
would like to talk with you about that because it is a year of profound transformation and a turning point that calls us to leave behind outdated structures of our past, however they may look and also reconsider our relationship with Mother Earth and
Mm,
seek balance of male and female principles. That is
mm,
basically what this year is about.
wow.
Um, it is also about taking radical self-responsibility for our own
Wow.
healing
Mm,
and therefore, when we heal ourselves, we heal the world, right? And this
yes.
is really, really something that we need to focus on this year. It's a year 9,
Yeah.
2025. It's a year of
Hmm.
where we complete a cycle. We are opening space for letting go of old baggage, whether
Yeah.
it's from the past, outdated beliefs, the collective shadows, you name it. And it is also really important to cleanse ourselves inwardly and
Hmm.
outwardly. So we can make room for the new because the new is coming in latest in July, I think. Yeah, 7th July. It's a major moment this year
Is it?
because
Wow.
because on 7th of July, Uranus moves into Gemini, from Taurus into Gemini, and the light becomes stronger and everything picks up speed. We experience that, right? The sun has changed its color, and I could talk about this for hours, why this is.
Wow.
There are astronomical and physical reasons for that, but
Wow.
it is also connected to our rise of consciousness. And
Wow.
and then the picking up of speed, you have probably and we all are experiencing how time has shifted.
Oh, definitely. It's just zooming. It's absolutely zooming past. S-
So it's really important to take care of ourselves and make space for this major alignment that's happening from July until 2029, really. It's a major cycle because the three biggies in our solar system, Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus, all change signs. Pluto did it in November already last year,
Mhm.
moved into Aquarius, the huge topic about the age of Aquarius that is not quite here, but it is starting, the energy is coming
Mhm.
in. Just a couple of weeks ago, on 30th of March, Neptune moved into, now I'm having into Aries.
Aries, I was going to say Aries, and then I went, oh gosh,
Thank
I
you.
better because I
Yeah,
watched your update. So yeah, and
yes.
Aries is huge, right? It's a big
Yeah,
shift.
it is a big shift because Neptune moved into Aries last time 164 years ago, like Pluto moved into Aquarius 180 something years ago. So these
Mm-hmm.
are huge collective cycles we are in, and
Mm-hmm.
that means that we are going to experience a huge collective shift of consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And we are asked to really get our grip together and really think about how do we want to proceed as humanity, as humankind, as a
Mm.
collective society, because we are asked to become a galactic society, a
Yeah.
galactic humanity, because our star families are waiting for us to reconnect with us.
Wow. So
And
explain to me a little bit about being given the fact that a lot of the people that we that watch this show, they're sort of healing or in the healing space. How do the astrological combinations, I guess, and the connection to the galactic, how is that affecting our ability to shed and heal? Like, is it happening faster? Like, I don't know if it's, you know, are there certain, patterns that you can see that, in certain times and certain star combinations where you think, no, this is a good time to release? I mean, I often hear it, but what does that actually mean for, let's say, somebody who wants to book a session or their own healing journey? I don't know if that makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense. Our I am not very versed in astrology and medicine
Oh, I
because
see.
I'm
Yeah.
a person. I
Yeah.
can track some of the influences, but there are collective energies in the field, and of course, the nodal axis, our karmic axis, is very important in our birth chart. It can talk about these topics. And the collective nodal axis shifted into two signs that are very connected to healing, Pisces and
Wow.
Virgo, in
Right.
February. So it is our collective duty to heal. This is
Wow.
what is really, really
Wow.
important, and where I cannot stop talking about, because it is important. It is, then there is no coincidence that this happened in February, and then in July we have the three major planets shifted
Wow.
into new signs, and then a new cycle begins, and therefore it is really important to shed old stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I talked about. And we are also in the year of the wood snake
It's shedding.
in
It's all
Eastern. Exactly.
we need to shed. So, in part of that, taking responsibility to heal, what are some of the, how does connecting to your star family help you heal?
Yeah, that is a major topic, because we are inhabiting, as souls, we are inhabiting a human body, right? And our human bodies work or function on a certain paradigm. You know that as a healer yourself.
Mm,
Um, there are collective energies
mm,
that are present in all of us. But then there's always this individual
mm.
aspect to it. And we can say, okay, we are all individuals, we are all special, but I take it a notch further and I say, yes, we are galactic beings. And
Mm.
you, as an Arcturian starseed, you need a different approach to healing as myself, as an Alpha
Oh,
Centauri
okay. Wow.
starseed, right? You as an Arcturian, you are probably more connected to, well, to harmonic resonance, maybe. And because with your, with your pattern recognition, the mathematical aspect of wisdom that you hold, there might be numerology that might help with healing, writing numbers
Oh,
on
wow.
skin and so on. There are Russian scientists who are very good with that. Um, so the resonance of sacred geometry might help with healing for you.
Mm,
And myself as an Alpha Centaurian starseed, which is more connected to wisdom and sharing and teaching, I am more inclined in energetic healing, for example. But there are
yeah.
also people who are very much connected, or starseeds, Syrian starseeds, for example. They're very good at physical healing,
Like
and they
hands-on
are very.
healing.
Mhm, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it is more important. They are brilliant healers themselves, but they are more connected to the physical realm. So
Mm,
grounding and healing with natural
mm,
herbs and natural remedies and so on is
mm-hmm.
better for them. So
Yeah.
there is also kind of starseed medicine emerging now,
Wow.
and combining that with our humanness is key here.
This is incredible. And this is all going to be in your book. Will it be in your book? I hope so.
Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, because it is really important for me to not only share the information where you came from, what kind of journey you made as a soul, but also what does it mean to be here in this moment, to
Mm,
ground and to earth really everything that you brought here. It is
mm,
essential. If we just know where we come from, but we do not implement it in our life, daily life,
mm,
what
mm.
does it mean? It does not mean anything.
Yeah,
We need to embody what we came here to do.
we need the tools and we need the knowledge. I wonder, I have a question because at the start you spoke about manifesting, and I'm wondering, and I know because I follow you on YouTube and you're beautiful, you have the most beautiful meditation that I listened to last
Oh,
week or the week before. I loved it. I actually listened to it like 5 times. I just loved it. And I love the little preparation beforehand. And it was just really beautiful. But it's like one of the things it's just like, this manifesting of what the allowing of things to come to you. And it's like this sort of, I wonder what is the role in healing with respect to manifesting? Like how are they connected?
that is an interesting question, Peggy. Let's explore this together. When I tune into this, I would say if you're not healed, how can you manifest?
Yeah.
Um, you can manifest stuff. We are very good at manifesting, in fact. We are very
Mm.
good at manifesting bad stuff in our lives.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah,
And that is
yeah,
connected to the wounds we carry and the trauma
yeah,
we hold. So
yeah.
if we're able to release some of the trauma and the wounds and maybe also the belief systems we have, we grew up with, it is natural. We are, from a family constellation perspective, this is so natural because we hold all the consciousness of our ancestral lineage in our DNA
Mm,
anyways.
yeah,
And then we have the belief systems that women in our family do not have luck with love or
yeah,
are not are
yeah,
attracting the wrong men. And
yeah,
already you're manifesting it.
yeah.
So and
Mm,
so it is really important to understand how we think and on based on what we manifest. So healing.
mm, yeah.
So
So,
it is really important to heal our stuff and release the
mhm,
blockages.
yeah.
Do you agree?
Oh, I completely agree because I think when I say manifest, you're absolutely right. I didn't even clarify what we're talking about manifesting, but in the very easiest sense of like, if I keep saying, oh, this is hard or I'm tired or energy work is draining, then every
Mm,
single day I'm going to wake up, I'm going to be drained from the energy work. I had this beautiful client just give me a channeled message spontaneously 2 days ago, and she just said, I have a message for you. I didn't even ask her. She just said, what if it's supposed to be easy? And I just loved that so much. I printed it off my wall I've got some sacred geometry on my wall as well. So I guess I was drawn to that. But it's like the thoughts that you have around, what you're going to bring into your alignment, what's going to show up for you, or basically based on the thoughts you have. And just bringing it back to the galactic and astrology and your understanding of your soul origin, and your starseed origin, it's like then it just gives you a greater tool to know yourself and who you are, and surrender to what is, know your strengths, and you're healing who you are when you connect to your true self. And that's what I love about this incredible modality, is that you're fully embodying your total self, which then you can just surrender and be what you're supposed to be.
have fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Because yeah, a lot of clients you talked about this. A lot of clients come to me and say, I do not feel like I belong here.
Oh,
What
yeah.
what am I doing here? It doesn't make I need to be somewhere else. Can you please help me? find my ride home. And no, this is the totally wrong approach. You came here
Mm,
for a reason. And
mm,
it's really important to reconnect with your star family, to reconnect with your roots, to
mm,
understand why you're here. And when you are connected to your multidimensional self that you are, and the evolutionary journey that you had that brought you here, then you find peace and you find
mm,
clarity, and you you start to take roots here on earth. And
yeah.
that is so, so important,
Mm,
because then we are at ease, and we can be joyful here and fulfill our mission we came here to do, right? We came here
yeah.
to do stuff. We didn't come here to suffer. We didn't come
Mm,
here to have a miserable life. We
mhm.
came here to get stuff done, to help Earth.
Wow.
And
Yes.
we do not have time to suffer, really.
Yeah. I love that
So
message. That's it's just a beautiful way to to leave the audience, I think. So what offerings do you have and what can you share? Obviously you do this incredible chart, this galactic astrology chart. You have an incredible YouTube channel. We'll get the links below, both in German and in English. Um,
yeah.
so tell us a little bit more about what does 2025 look for you and some of the offerings that you have.
Um, I love to do two major group events each year
Oh, amazing.
during the solstices, summer solstice and winter solstice. It's called the 12 Nights of Wonder, where we do a journey through 12 nights or 12 days in winter during winter solstice. It is a preview to the coming year. So each of the 12 nights represent a month of the coming year, and we can have a preview what's unfolding for us and get ready for the new year. And then in June, during summer solstice, we have the same 12 nights, but they are more connected to the 12 coming weeks, because during summer, well, for you, it's winter in
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah.
Um, it is the most potent time to create and
Ah,
get our projects done.
wow.
For you, it will be winter, really.
Well,
So,
I'm spending a month in Canada in June, so there's a little bit of a crossover.
oh,
So I
where?
might get, yeah, I'll be there actually in summer solstice. Yeah, so
Oh, brilliant.
yeah, I love it
Mhm.
because it's light out till 11 p.m. So it's quite a magical day. I love the summer
Yes,
solstice. So
we are
so
number.
that's incredible. So what are the so it's is it an online event that you hold?
It is an online event, and it is rooted again in Celtic or Celtic traditions.
Mm,
There is a lot of shamanic work I do with the group. I do meditations every
mm,
day, and we weave as a group together the threads, the magical threads of creation, and it is a lovely way to check in with yourself, to check in with your starseedness, and really, really see what you are here to do, and what
amazing.
you body. And otherwise, I offer sessions one to one. I offer sessions for yourself or for you and your loved one, and see in a synastry session how families came together, which is super
Wow.
thing, or why partners are together and where they found each other.
Wow.
So lovely. And I do birthday sessions also to have a preview for the coming year. So these are
Oh,
my one-to-one sessions. And
oh, amazing.
I offer a lot of free content, as you said, on my YouTube channel. And I have a Facebook and a Telegram group for those who want to connect with other star seeds. So I
Oh,
invite our audience to come and be part of the tribe.
oh, that sounds amazing. So all those links are going to be below. Is
Thank
there
you.
anything else that I've missed that I haven't asked you that you wanted to share um, before we?
Hmm. Let's see. So for me, it is important to activate as many as possible, activate star seeds and really help them to rediscover their own um, galactic story and to awaken them really to
Wow.
their service to the world and humanity really. It is not a small thing that we came here to do, and the more who are aware of that, the better for all of us
Wow.
and for the whole galaxy really.
Incredible. So when you say activate, I want to know, because when I think of activate, I think of my medical intuitive 3 hour session with Patrice, and he activated my gifts where all of a sudden, he cleared my crown and etc. And I was able to look inside bodies, etc. So when you say activate, what do you mean by activate?
Okay, I can share a client story.
Okay.
Um,
I think it's important for people to understand because it's a pretty special skill set that you have, Miriam. And you're not just giving, you're not telling people. Activating gifts is a very special gift that you have.
So for me, a chart is like a portal or a lock, I pick by looking at it intuitively. I see the planets in the chart, I see the houses and how they are distributed, and just by looking at them and the aspects they form, kind of a portal opens up, and I dive into the multidimensionality of the client. And
Wow.
during 12 nights of wonder, the first one I offered, I think a client who had a mini session with me before woke up to her Lyran starseedness. It was most amazing. And
Wow.
uh, she remembered that she is a Lyran elder who holds the knowledge
Wow.
of the Lyrans, who are our galactic ancestors, who are our forefathers, really, and who had to leave their star system due to
Mm.
an invasion of the dark forces. And she remembered all of a sudden. It was most spectacular. And now
Wow.
she is embodying more and more her Lyran elder energy, and she's offering that to clients now as well. So
Wow.
it was so emotional to see that unfold in an instant.
Wow.
And that is something that I am so blessed to do this work really,
Yeah.
like yourself, Peggy, right?
Yeah.
We do not we do not heal others. We heal ourselves, but we
Mm.
heal in a we heal in connection, right?
Yeah.
We never heal alone or by
That's right.
ourselves. Very, very seldom.
Yeah.
We need each other to heal ourselves and then heal the world. And
Yeah.
that's why we need all star seeds, hands on deck now.
Yes, it's so amazing. Yeah, I kind of liken us to if it's like an electricity grid. Some of us are more connected to the grid, and we just help people connect to the grid. It's like when I'm holding space for a session, I just have a higher, I don't know, wattage to help them connect to the wattage that's there. They just need a bit of support. So they plug into me, and I help them plug into you know.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
a
know.
lovely.
It's a visit. And actually, yeah, it's just a vision I got in one of the sessions, one of the group sessions. Like you have these hubs and then superconductors, and then some people are, but everybody's connected. It's pretty
Yes.
incredible. Yeah. So I think you're just this incredible galactic, um, superconductor where people can plug into you and you can help people connect to their galactic origin. Um, and bring their gifts online to help them do what they're meant to
I don't
do.
know. I don't know if I'm a super a connector.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm a relay station or something like that.
uh, yeah. Well, it's yeah. Well, you're a key holder of some description of unlocking Unlocking
Mm,
something. I think you help
yes,
people find, you show them where the plug is, I
that is
guess.
really interesting. That is interesting that you say that, because my Starseed book, the free version I have, is Unlock Your Galactic Gifts as a Starseed. So you are probably tapping into something.
I
Mhm.
could be, I could be. Oh, Marion, I could talk to you for hours, and well, we might have to do a part two another time. But I guess we've left a lot of tidbits for the listeners and incredible links below for them to connect with you. And I highly encourage you to just have a look on her channel because she's got some great free stuff. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it always helps with the algorithm. And don't forget to like and subscribe our channel as well. And and I can't wait to connect again.
Thank you, Peggy. It
You're very
was a
welcome.
lovely conversation, very activating.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.